Today we're going to talk about how to set up your pranayama blanket if you missed class or just need a refresher on the points that we talked over. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So you want to make sure that you set up a space, a sacred space for your setup, and I prefer to have it close to my bed so when I get up in the morning first thing, I can go to the bathroom and brush my teeth and come back and set up my space. It's best to do it first thing before you start your day, and then make sure that you have your journal next to your mat so that you can journal for about 5 to 10 minutes after your session. Things you want to journal about are whatever comes up, what thoughts come up, what you're feeling in your body, any response to it, and any of the reflections that you've been working on in class. The other thing that we talked about was reflecting on any of the yogic principles and how they play out in your pranayama practice, and also if those principles come up during your practice and thinking about your day or whatever's going on in your life. So you want to put them down in your journal. And it's possible that the journal could actually turn into a book someday. So it's a really amazing way to capture your growth and your journey throughout the year. So the essential points to focus on and the quality of your pranayama practice is to get into a space where your nervous system is completely relaxed, and the best way to do that is to prop your spine, and we're going to do that with our pranayama blanket. And this could be any blanket if you don't have one, but preferably one of these Mexican blankets because it folds up nicely to the length of your spine. So you're going to have the tassels together on one end, and you're going to fold it in half and make sure that all of the lines and seams are smoothed out, because any bumps or misalignment in the blanket can cause a difference in sensation and proprioception in your skin, and you wouldn't want to lay on that and stimulate the nervous system in any way. So there are a couple of ways to fold the blanket. You want to do an accordion fold, and you can start off easy and just do one fold. The more that you build up your pranayama blanket, so here's 3 folds, and then you can even go up to 4 folds. So as you go up in height, you're also going to go down in diameter, so this becomes a more difficult blanket to lay on. You want to make sure that this fold is on the top and the ends are on the bottom, so it's nice and smooth and even. And the more even that you have your blanket, the more that your nervous system will like it. So you want the fringe part to be at the top of your head, and you line it up in the center. Then you're going to stick the folded end of the blanket right up against your sacrum, and then line it up with your spine. So this is the highest pranayama blanket prop, and I'm going to just demonstrate this, and we'll talk about why you would want it to be lower. So you're going to slide so that your tailbone is resting on the ground and your legs can be outstretched. Then you're going to fold up the end of the blanket towards you, and the flat part will be right on your occiput. And you'll play with this in your practice and journal about it, noticing which works well, which works best for you so that you can relax completely. So you want to move around until you feel like your blanket is completely in the middle and your muscles can relax all around the bones. You want to slide your shoulder blades underneath your arms and let your arm bones rest out to the side so that no skin is touching. I like to have blankets nearby because I'll put them on top so I don't get cold, especially in the morning, and that way I can completely relax. The other thing is you want to have a strap, or you can use a blanket around your legs. And I'll demonstrate that. So you have your strap, and
the placement of the strap is really important because, again, you don't want to create any tension or strain in your body when you're setting it up. So you want the strap to be in the center of your thigh, like the meatier part, and the buckle in the center. And you want to pull it tight enough so that your leg bones can rest against the edge without pinching, and the center of your femur bone is facing straight up. That way your groins, where the top of your femur bone hits your pelvis, can remain deep and soft and relaxed. So some people were talking about how their toes were turning out in their pranayama prop, so you might want to think about tightening up your strap so that your center of your leg bone can be perpendicular to the floor. So, and you can play with this. If I was going to use another blanket, I would, and not use the strap, I would put the blanket across and tuck it up underneath so that my leg bones would stay in that position. This also feels really nice on the nervous system. So if you have two blankets, it works out really well. So one of the reasons that you want to build a pranayama blanket that's a little bit lower and wider is if you have particularly tightness in the shoulders, and when you turn your arm bones out, you feel a stretch. So whenever you're laying on the blanket, you do not want to feel any type of stretch. You want to be able to completely let go. So I'm going to demonstrate the lowest position. And this will be centered on the back of your spine. Oops. With the folded part facing up top, right against the sacrum again, and just go ahead and lay back. And you want you to have the lumbar curve slightly, and then build up your head so that you want your forehead higher than your heart. So this should be a smooth line going down, a slight slant. And this is really calm and peaceful feeling. And you want the blanket resting up against your shoulder blades and your belly to be soft.